we have to make sure that when we're creating our priorities, that we put it in the right order into our jar of life. So the biggest rock that should always go in first is prioritizing ourselves. Then we have the people that matter to us, and they're all different colors and shapes. They have different priorities, and we interact with them differently. But they are very important to include in. And we also have our other priorities, like eating healthy and, going to the gym, exercising, reading a book, writing, all of these little things that are good for our mind, body, and soul. And we have to include them in as well. And they're going to be different priority levels. Some are going to be more, some are going to be a little bit less. But including all of them is so important. And we can do this exercise on our own, and we can visualize what each of these different rocks symbolizes to us, what it matters to us, what's important. And we put them in. And you can see our jar is getting fairly full already. But we still have other life things, the important taxes and work and the things to keep our life running smoothly, that they're tedious tasks sometimes, but we have to do them. And they are important, and we have to include them. And we fill them into the jar next. And you see, they fill the little spaces that are in between. But if we had put these in first, there wouldn't have been room for ourselves, for the people that matter to us, and for the activities that are important to keep us grounded and safe. So they're all different sizes, and they all fit in perfectly. And you think it's nearing the top and there's not a lot of room left. But when you really look, the smaller things that take up our lives, they can still fit in between all the crevices and in between all of the holes. But if we had put those in first, there wouldn't be the room. See, you can see it fills in the little holes. But if we had put those in first, all these other rocks would not have been able to fit in. And they fill up, these little busy activities will fill up our time quite quickly if we let them. But we have to tell our life what our priorities are. And as you can see, it's looking fairly full, but there's still going to be room for the little extra things that fill in our lives. Everything will find its place. Everything will work itself out. And as you can see, if we had filled this differently, there wouldn't have been room for those things that are important. The other things will always find a way to make room in our lives. But if we don't make room for the important things, they won't be able to fit into our lives.